Hi everyone, and welcome to Book Television Online, where today we are with boxing champion and chef Julius Jackson.
Thank you, Nelly. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, thank you for being here. All right, so let's chat a little bit. So, tell us how the transition went from being boxer to now chef.
Actually, not a lot of people know this, but I've done both my whole life. When I started cooking at a young age, I was about 10. I made my first meal for my brothers and sisters, fried chicken, by the way. They loved it. They fell in love, and I fell in love with feeding them, And that's when I decided to chase that passion. At the same time, around the same age, I started to get involved in the boxing gym. My dad is, Julius Jackson, and he's well known for that. And so I just kept both going at the same time. High school, I decided to pursue an actual career. I didn't know I could get paid for cooking at first, but I learned that in high school. So pursued that. Right out of high school, I got hired at Marriott's Frenchman's Reef as a prep cook. Then a few years later, went to culinary school. Graduated culinary school in 2008. At the same time, I've been boxing as an amateur, growing in the ranks. And then in 2008, I also qualified for Olympics for boxing. So went culinary school, went Olympics, like both hand in hand. Right after that, turned pro. Been fighting ever since, and been on the Food Network, opening a catering company now, and just doing the same, both simultaneously.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's been hard though.
I'm sure it's been hard. Wow.
Yes.
But great.
Yes, hard but great.
Yes. So talk to me about your catering services. What's going on there?
Yeah, so I do private dinners, private caterings. I do cooking classes as well. Actually, I do a lot of those. A lot of people want to learn local cuisine and things like that. So I do a lot of cooking classes and things like that. I also came up with an event. I can't do it now because of COVID and all that, but what I do is, it's called the Chef's Cooking Lab. So I would demo 3 courses in front of my guests and feed them each course as I demo it.
Okay.
Yeah, so they get to learn and see the whole process and then eat the food fresh right there. So came up with that as well. And that's been, I miss that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love doing that. I love teaching as well. That's something I love to do.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm sure, could you do it with like smaller groups, like at home in an at-home scene?
Yeah, we can definitely do that. I actually offer that in part of my catering services, that you can do in-house, small cooking classes and learn Johnny cakes or pate, or you can learn that. So I do offer that.
I might need to take you up on that myself. Okay.
Yes.
So let's talk about your book now. When did you write this book? What got you interested? How did it all begin?
Yeah, good question. So actually, the first person that encouraged me to do the book is a boxing photographer. Her name is Jennifer Bloom, so shout out Jennifer. And she, did some photography at some of my fights, and she saw that I would come out in the chef coat, the chef jacket, and she would follow me on social media. And she reached out to me one day on Twitter and just said, "Julius, you need to do a cookbook. Like, it just makes sense for you." And I was like, all right, I've thought of it, but I don't even know where to start. And she's like, well, she's also a food photographer. And so she was like, yeah, I've done these before. Let me help you. So I was like, all right, great. So we did, came up with a proposal. She sent some feelers out to a couple of the publications she's worked with before. And the first one she sent out, they called back and said, we want to call with him tomorrow. Yeah.
Wow.
And so, Page Street Publication is who I did this book with, and I think it came out great.
Yeah.
Great vision. Kind of keeping it local and traditional, as well as adding just some flair that I learned from culinary school, using stocks and sauces and things like that, and I meshed the two. That's why it's called My Modern Cuban Kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah,
wow,
so.
big props to Jennifer for sure.
Yeah,
and
I had a lot of fun with that.
Looking through it too, like it's absolutely beautiful the way that it's all set up in here.
Yeah.
He also has some beverages,
some
local drinks.
Yes. That's actually one of my favorite sections, is the drinks.
The drinks?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love a good local drink.
Yeah, right?
Almond juice, passion fruit, you can't pass those up. If I see them on the menu,
you get in it. I agree with you.
Exactly.
I dabbled in making my own passion fruit juice, but I need to follow your recipe because mine was not so good. Okay, right. I go follow your recipe.
Yes, do that.
And when did the book come out?
The book was released early 2018. I started writing it in 2017. Took me a little longer because of the storms.
Yeah.
I wrote them through the storms. So with no current, I had people with flashlights over me.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it was hard, but I felt like I needed to do it. You know? I felt like, because I was talking to my team and my wife and everybody, I was like, I don't know if I can still pull this off. I was, I worked with My Brother's Workshop, so we were doing the feeding from the workshop, from the bakery, and it took a lot of time, giving back to the community, really, just helping everybody get a hot meal. And I still had to do this. I had the deadline, and I was like, I don't think I can do it. But they encouraged me and said, this is something that the Virgin Islands might need, like to see that we can still have progress through this, And I said, okay, that's all you got to say. So finished it. I had maybe a week leeway from the deadline and still hit it.
Wow.
Yeah, still hit it. And I dedicated the book to all the survivors of the storms in 2017. So yeah, tough time, but we got through it and did it. So yeah, released right after that, right after hurricane season.
That's a beautiful story.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I'm proud of that, that we came together like that and said, this is for the people, not just me, that people can see, like, hey, and this book has encouraged a lot of people, which that was my plan, is to encourage people that just go after it right now. If this could come out right after the storms, you could be winning in a storm.
You could do it. And it's so lovely to hear how everybody, came together. Definitely a group effort, not only in, the book, but in the chef world, in the boxing world.
Correct.
And how important it is to give back to the community, because they are there with you.
Very much
through
so
it.
Important. Yeah. That's a big thing for me. My dad kind of instilled this in me, but we are never by ourselves. We never are. In order for a business to work, you have to have customers, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You're never by yourself. You can never say I did it all on my own. So community is very important to me. Very, very. So.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Also, let's get into some unboxing talk too. So what are you doing right now with the boxing scene?
Yeah, so I haven't fought in a few years. I haven't fought since 2017, but still training and steady in the gym. I also have been working with some of the youths in the gym and all that, getting them ready for their fights. I actually started managing athletes myself.
Okay.
So Dion Pewitt, he just fought in Atlanta about a month ago. And he's my first athlete that I'm managing.
Cool.
And he won, representing the VI. And did an awesome job in Atlanta, man. Great job. He won by second round knockout.
Oh.
Yeah. So I train with him, and hopefully I'll fight soon here in a a few months. Hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
keep us all updated. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'll definitely keep you guys updated.
Good.
Sure.
Now, where can everybody purchase this book? I have one, by the way. My grandpa got me one.
Oh yeah, nice. Actually, I'm thinking a lot of that.
Yeah.
A lot of grandparents and aunties and uncles have been buying books for the younger generation. Like my niece and my nephew who's off in college.
Yeah.
I've been getting that a lot.
It's true. I mean, if you think about it, like they're cooking the local food too.
Correct.
But like some of the younger generation who go away, they're just not. They're losing the touch to do it. So that's why they're probably sending me this book, because they know I can't cook.
Yeah. And actually, I didn't know that it would transition that way either. Like I didn't think in my mind, like, I need to write a book so that the younger generation could learn how to cook our food. Like, I didn't have that in my brain.
Yeah.
It was while I was doing a book tour. I was in St. Croix, and a lady came up to me and said, "Do you know that you are passing on our history?" And I was like, "What?" She's like, "No, like, I'm so thankful for this book. I can actually send this to my granddaughter, and she can keep this. Like, she can keep, because the food is what we know. Like, this is part of us. It's part of our culture, our people, and I can pass this on to her. It's amazing."
Yeah.
I didn't even think of it until she came and said that. I was like, wow.
It's true. This is a history book.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I never thought of it that way. Never had. And I was like, okay, I'm grateful for that too.
Yeah. And what's so good about this cookbook is that, regular books, you read them, you know the story, so you pass them on, you put them down, but this you can always refer back to. It doesn't get old.
Correct.
You're always gonna need to look up a recipe for something, so always keep this in your kitchen. This is a great book to buy.
It's awesome. So to get back to your question.
Oh yeah.
You can find it on Amazon.com for those who are away and traveling. That's the easiest way to get it. We have some here locally in some of the stores. Stir It Up has some books. My Brother's Workshop on Back Street, of course, from there.
Yeah.
You can also get it autographed. You come by there.
Autographed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's in Barnes and Noble as well, all over the United States. Yeah, so you can find them anywhere, really. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Where books are sold. So
that is so great.
Yeah.
You're doing so good.
Yeah, man, I'm trying. I'm trying. I've had some good tutelage going up, and that's one thing that I only give credit to myself for is listening. That I've listened to a lot of people who have done these things before me when it comes to like branding and learning how business works, how to carry yourself, things like that. I really took that in, and I'm just seeing the fruits of it right now. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
That's a good
Listen
one.
to the ones who've done it before.
Yes.
You.
Mm-hmm. Listen to your elders.
Yes. Listen to them.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, tell me a little bit, or let everybody know, with My Brother's Workshop, all the great things you all have been doing in all these years.
Yes. We've been doing a lot. Our general mission, is to help at-risk kids, kids who just don't have a support at home as much, who's been in trouble with the judicial system, who's dropped out of school. Those are the youth that we want to focus on, and just give them a chance. They've been told so much that you're not good enough. A lot of them have been told that over and over. But we want to change that. We want to change their mentality of themselves, build their confidence. And that's what we do there at the cafe as well, at the workshop. We also have a school where they can learn how to operate heavy machinery, also get their high school diploma if they don't have it. So we've been growing the program. Also have a workshop in St. Croix as well. Planning to expand that and also get it onto St. John as well. A lot of things happening there.
Yeah.
The hurricanes, we did the feeding station. Also for COVID, we did a COVID delivery response as well. So we were helping to feed all the people that were high risk who couldn't leave their homes, the elderly, diabetic, things like that. Set up a program. A bunch of volunteers came out and helped us to deliver and get food to them. So that was an amazing time. And we're just keeping the mission going, keeping it strong, trying to help as much youths as we can, and just build their confidence, make them productive and encourage them to just be better, do better, reach further, because it's possible. You can reach high. So that's what we do at My Brother's Workshop.
Cool.
Yeah.
Man, you're doing so many great things for this community.
Yeah, man, just trying our best, just trying our best. A message that I really like to get out to people, because sometimes people look at me and be like, wow, you just do it all, you got it all. I do not have it all down pat at all, right? But I don't give up, and so I think we all can take that. Like, whatever field you're in, whatever you want to do, you're not going to be perfect at it. Don't try to be perfect. Just don't give up. Just keep pushing at it. Learn, get better and better. And that's all I've been doing is learning, getting better at balance too. Balance.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's hard. Is balancing professional life, personal life, getting all that in balance. I got 2 kids now. That's tough. And still doing all the things that I do.
It's true.
So balance, and that's the thing that I'm still learning and getting better at. So just keep pushing. It'll get better.
Yeah. Thank you. Advice from me as well. Thank you. Well, everybody, this is Julius Jackson here. We can get this book pretty much anywhere you can find a book. You can get this book, okay? We learned lots of great things from you today. I'm so glad that you're able to make it and do this interview with us. Everybody, please go out and buy this book. Buy your history. Pass it along to your children. Get your cooking history book. And don't forget, please keep watching Book Television Online.